Today, I'm back talking about a legacy prop firm, FZT&x. Now, if you didn't know, FZT&x is also known as funding pips in the Forex world. One of the biggest prop firms in the world has recently entered the futures space. And while I might be late to talk about this compared to some of the other YouTube channels out there, I wanted to make sure they were the real deal. So in this video, we're going to talk about all the accounts, and I'm going to show you how I purchased an evaluation account, passed that eval account, traded the sim funded account, and now I'm going to take a payout. And I'm going to show it all to you right here to show you how legit this firm really are and how easy it is to make money with them. So as always, enough talking from me. Let's get into the video. So we come to the FZT&x site and we scroll down and you will have the three types of accounts that they offer. Now, my advice would be ignore the one account, okay? For the price that you're gonna pay, for the profit target that you need to hit, and for the lack of drawdown that they give, this is not the one to look for. I would advise, if you're going to do an eval, you go for the Pro Plus. Now, I did a Pro Plus account on a 50K. They're super, super affordable. We're going to get into all of that shortly. But the targets are really easy, and there are points of difference here with other firms. So with a 50K account, you only need to make $2,500. That is $500 less than every other type of account you will see available at all the other prop firms. Really good. But you do have $500 less of end of day drawdown. But yes, it's end of day. It is not trailing. So set and forget, as I like to say. Put your trade on, know your risk, let it work out. You either hit your TP or you get stopped out. Simple as that. You don't need to micromanage these trades. No daily loss limit, so you only need to worry about that end of day trailing drawdown. The key here though is you are going to need to trade for at least 3 days because you have a 40% consistency rule. So just break it down, all right? Break that target down, that $2,500 into a manageable trade. The other key thing is there is no activation fee, all right? Zero activation fee here. And this is your weekly reward cap. So when you move into what they call the master account or a professional account, PA account, sim funded account, however you want to call it, you only have to worry about that end of day trailing drawdown loss of $2,000, but you can change this, all right? What I did was change my reward cap so that I can withdraw $1,000 out each account every 5 days. Didn't want to do the $5,000. I wanted to see, can I get funded really cheap and get to that profit target? And that's going to cost you right now $77 a month. And using my code FZT down below, you might even get it cheaper. All right, so that for me is the one to go for. Now, if you want to go direct funded, they have the zero account. And you'll see here, you will pay a lot more for this, as always, on a 50K zero funded. And you'll see here, same kind of rules with the end of day trailing drawdown. But now the big difference is you have a 25% consistency rule for the straight to funded. On the Pro Plus, on the master account, there is no consistency rule, all right? So if you have a big outsized winner, if you manage to get into a trend day that just keeps on going and going and going for you, then you are going to lock in those profits without worrying. And that is another reason I absolutely love them. No trailing drawdown, no consistency rule, big, big win, all right? So let's get into this. If we buy the challenge now, what does it then look like? So let's get into the challenge then. What would we look for? So right here, one step if you're going to do the challenge. Otherwise, if you're going straight to funded, all right, you're going for the zero account. But one step is the one that I advise. Then right here, FZT&x Pro Plus. And I went for the $1,000. I was quite happy just to test this out, make sure I can withdraw $1,000 every 5 days. That works for me. You can have 5 of these accounts linked. That's $5,000 every 5 days without having to oversize it. It keeps me checking in with myself and not oversizing. So $50,000 account, $1,000 limit here, trading with Tradeify, and you can see straight away they already give you a big old discount because you're only going for the $1,000 payouts every 5 days. Now, if you use my code FZT in here and hit apply, you will get all of this just for $61.60. And remember, there's no activation fee. So if, like me, you're able to pass this evaluation, turn it into a sim funded account, and then take out $1,000, that return on investment is absolutely ginormous. So I'm going to log in now and show you what that looks like. So first of all, let's go through my evaluation stage. This was the evaluation stage. So you can see it right here. You can see that I created this on the 29th of August. And my first trading day took place actually not until the 3rd of September, right? 3rd of September, and you see on this first trading day, I made some considerable money. I was already up about $1,000. And this is the other thing I love about the back end of Funding.x. There's lots of data here, which I'm going to get into. The next day, I don't think I traded then until the 9th or the 10th here. And I made about another $800 or $900. And then I didn't trade actually again until the 17th. Okay, and on the 17th, I made a couple, like $100 or a couple $100. Then I had a pullback day, you know, kept a little bit back here, not a lot, before passing. So we can see here, my average win was $114 per contract or per trade. My average loss was a little bit bigger, but I was winning a lot here. So 82% win rate at a profit factor of 2.68%. I met the minimum trading days, which was 3. Remember, you've got to trade at least 3 days. I ended up trading 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think 5 or 6 days took me to win. Passed with the profit factor. Consistency score was good, over the 40%. And this is the scalping rule, all right? So you've got to hold at least 50% of your trades for over 10 seconds. Not very hard to do, all right? It's to stop the algorithms taking over with this. So you can see what my account looked like. Day 1, $1,038. Day 2, $566. Day 3, $291. Day 4, $237. Then day 18, I gave back $162, and then I passed it the next day. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days to pass. Nice and easy. Then they moved me into this. Now, this is the pro funded account, and you can see the same thing. I've made $2,745 here with a nice curve of equity growing day after day, and I've exceeded the 5 trading days and hit my profit targets. And you can see we're going to go through it now. So first day, $300, $1,000, $946, $508, then a $210 loss. And then I made that final $197, fulfilling my obligations to make enough money. So well over that $2,000 amount of buffer, which means I'm now due for a payout, which we're going to do right now. So I'm going to go to request rewards. Okay, going to fill in. This is the account that I have. So I've got a balance of $2,745 to draw down from. Remember, I can only withdraw 1,000, which is what I selected. We're going to do it via Rise. I'm going to put in $1,000 here. And then you will see they take their 10%. Okay, 10%. So I keep 90, they keep 10%. And then they do charge a very small service fee of $10, which I'm absolutely fine with. Meaning from that original investment of $66, I've turned that into $890 in about 10 trading days. Pretty good, I would say. And there you go, request submitted. And since then, you can see I've now been approved by Rise and my reward has been processed and has hit my bank account. Absolutely incredible. What a fantastic, fantastic service. And if we go right here, you can see now that I've fulfilled absolutely everything. There's my certificate of passing. There's the, I don't know what this is, all-time rewards. Not sure what that's for. But right here, that's key, $900 payout. Not 1,000 because they took 100 of it. But I did put in for $1,000, which is fantastic. So what are my plans now then? Well, very simply, I'm going to buy 4 more accounts. I'm going to pass those 4 accounts. I'm going to do exactly the same thing. I'm going to rinse and repeat and try and take out $5,000 from those accounts every single week where possible. Now, it's not going to happen every week, is it? Sometimes I'm going to lose money. Sometimes I'm not going to make enough money. But for that risk reward, you've got to ask, is there much better out there? This has got to be one of the easiest firms I've traded with in terms of their rules. Fantastic. Highly advise it. Don't forget, use my code FZT. The links are down below. It would get you the best possible deal on this prop firm and all prop firms. Until next time, team, have a great trading day. See you soon.